What's up, guys? I'm Jake, this Crate, and this is a podcast we've been wanting to start. We've been wanting to start it for a while now, so we have big personalities. We're very opinionated people. We didn't really know when we were going to start it because we've been pretty busy, but yeah, so here it is, finally doing it.
Yeah, we contemplated for a while on what exactly we wanted the topic of our YouTube channel to be like, but then we felt like a podcast allowed us to be opinionated on different subjects and not like label ourselves into like one box, you know, and just be multifaceted. So
yeah, so originally we were going to do a music reaction channel podcast because we both love music, but we just found that, like you said, this gets us a platform to talk about different things, not just music, and a lot of music really hasn't been coming out lately, so this is another way to do it. But how the channel is going to work is we're going to talk about topics that we think are important, hopefully can relate to people. Some controversial, we fight all the time, usually, as some people know, but yeah, we're going to try to be as organic as possible. So this first topic that we want to talk about is actually very important to me. We're going to talk about college in general. We're going to talk about the major you choose coming out of high school and how the lack of identity coming out of high school can cause you to be unhappiness in the career moving forward. So with me personally, I am a pre-PT major.
bad major.
Well, okay. First of all, it's hard, as people know, but I didn't really know. I kind of knew what a physical therapist was. I kind of knew it had to deal with like helping people get, like when they're injured, rehab, like just rehabilitation. Yeah. I just picked it just because I'm an athlete. We're both athletes. We play basketball. I didn't really know what it was, and it's all these sciences, and I find myself in class not as interested as I was.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can relate.
Yeah, so initially coming into college, like I just had my mindset that I was going to be a coach. And then I started thinking,
Bad.
Hey man, when you're around coaching your whole life, you just think that's the way to go. But yeah, no, like I came into it thinking I was going to coach. And then I switched my major into PT, what he's doing. And then I realized like it was super boring and I kind of was in it for the wrong reasons. And so now I'm a psychology major, and I noticed that like the more you're into something, the better you usually do in school and classes. So like that's kind of conflicted, or that's helped me gear which way I want to go like moving forward.
See, that's one thing I had to deal with. Just like really focus on what makes you happy.
Facts.
Because when you're in these classes, and it's different. I feel like it's different if you're like really passionate about being a doctor.
Yeah.
Or like engineer and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really don't know what you want to do coming out of high school, you kind of just have to find yourself throughout the way.
Bro,
like for real.
That's the crazy thing. So he's been at the university we're at now since he graduated.
Yeah.
But like me, I transferred in, and I think that going to one school and going to another like helped me find myself a lot more and just like experience things on my own. I was like pretty far away from home, and I just had to like adjust, you know?
Yeah.
And like, bro, cause think about it. Are you the same person when you walked on campus the first day?
No, not at all, dude.
Yeah, like so much things have happened that you probably never even thought about. You've met so many different people and like different experiences that like have, you know, like molded you into what you want to do now.
And let me say this, it's okay not to know.
Yeah.
Like him, he thought he was going to be a coach. I've considered coaching just because I've been an athlete all my life. I really don't know. I didn't know. But just researching things and learning things, you can find a lot of outlets, and like the relationships you make help you to get that too.
Relationships are important. I feel like more so once you get a degree, like the farther you go depends on how likable you are as a person, like
Facts.
How determined you are, and just like the relationships you build along the way.
But yeah, dude, so a subtopic off this, I was gonna ask you, for people that coming up,
Yeah.
what would you say are like the three major things on choosing what you want to be? Because what do you want to be again?
Psychology. I want to do counseling, go into counseling, psych, and work with athletes, sports psychology. So yeah.
That's dope. But I feel like, I don't know, Like, is it that's just what you're passionate about?
Yeah, no. So like 3 different things that I thought about when picking. Well, 3 things that I should have thought about when picking my major initially.
Don't get behind. Like, follow now. Do not get behind.
So like I think 3 important things to like think about. The first one being like, I think it's the most important is happiness. Like, how happy are you gonna be if having to work a 9 to 5 for X amount of time period, you know? So if you're basing it off of money, which is like also important, but you need to base it off your happiness. If you're gonna dread going to work every day, then that's not the major like you need to be in. And then another thing that I thought about was the money aspect, because like we're going to school for so long, so it'll be crazy to be like, oh, like I'm gonna base.
Dude, and that's one thing I'm scared about. Like going to PT school, I just find, why am I gonna go to grad school on something that I don't know if I'm passionate about?
Yeah.
And be $100,000 in debt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. So I think money, it has to be worth it. Like, you can't just go in saying, okay, I'm gonna make, or at least for me, I'm gonna make this amount, and then I just don't think I'll be satisfied with that. So like, money, happiness, and also just the desire. Like, I think happiness and desire is a different thing.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm passionate about something, it's gonna make me happy.
Facts, bro.
But like, you can be happy like starting out in a job, but if you have no drive, no desire, then it's just gonna be stagnant, and then that's when like problems.
That's when you're just gonna stay there.
Yeah. So what do you think? 3 major things for you?
Well, now I would say happiness is one, and I would say one thing that I'm looking at. Like you said, you don't want to be working a 9 to 5 if you're not passionate about it.
Yeah.
So with me, like, I really don't know what is my true passion yet. I have like little things.
Yeah.
But one thing that I value is time and like freedom. And I know it's like cliche, but I want to have the ability to make my own schedule in a way.
Yeah.
And like, it's never too late, I guess. Like, you can always start something. You can always try different things. Like, I just feel like selling your time for something you're not passionate about isn't the way to go.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And that's what a lot of people find, like, damn, like, I don't know what the heck I want to do. I'm still like that, honestly. And I'm junior in college.
About to be a senior, bro.
About to be a senior.
Crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, I have a plan. One thing you have to have is a plan. Because if you don't have a plan, you're like not following anything.
Yeah.
I think that's what's important. I don't know, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
And then, I mean, with a psychologist, I know it. I mean, obviously everyone wants to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So going to grad school is the next thing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, honestly, bro, like at this point, I think I speak for a lot of people. It's just a safer thing to do, especially like, you know, like really not knowing like us, like not really knowing what you want to do. I mean, in order to practice, you have to go into grad school, and as much as it sucks, like get further education in order to like solidify that, okay, like this is what.
Bro, and the system's kind of messed up because I feel like it's just a benchmark in some areas. Like, you get a job because you have a master's.
Yeah.
Not because they know you.
No, yeah.
But I mean, I get it. Like, things like doctor, nursing, you have to go to school to understand. And psychology as well. But I feel like it's just a benchmark.
Yeah.
Like this. Because, like, PT, when I was in, didn't used to be a doctor degree. It used to be just, you can go get your master's. Now they pushed it to doctorate.
How recent is that?
Like fairly recently, like 5, 10
Oh, really?
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah. But moving on from that, what would you say when you get in your career, if it makes you unhappy, like what are things that you're gonna look to get like regret? Because I feel like the majority of the population is unhappy with their job in a way, which is crazy.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, what was the question?
Like when you're in your career, like after grad school, like how, and this is just my thinking, I always think terribly, how sucky would it be to be like, damn, I made the wrong decision?
Yeah, no, for real. Bro, and that's why, okay, so I think that's the biggest thing, and I've always seen like successful people say this, is like whatever you're passionate about, follow it and don't have a backup plan.
Really?
Because when you have a backup plan, like
It makes you venture out.
yeah, like you're like, okay, if this doesn't work, then I'm gonna do this. Yeah, so the first thing is like whatever you're passionate about, you have to follow it like straight through, like don't question anything.
But bro, what if you have questions and doubts? Like what if you're like, man, I don't know about this, I don't know about this. You just have all these different topics. And that's where I'm stuck at it. Like I have all these things I'm like constantly researching, trying to get a grasp on like what I'm passionate about. But there's all these different things that I could do.
Well, I think also that comes with like being multifaceted. Like if you aren't like happy with something, just change it. Like just go to the next thing and then find out if you're happy about, like I don't think it's ever too late to do something until you're dead.
For real.
So bro, if you're not happy with a career, like dang, I put all this time and money into it, but like, okay, now what? Are you just gonna be miserable the whole time because you chose the decision? Like, you know, you can just revert. I don't know. I think so many people are like, once I graduate, this is what I have to do.
Yeah.
These are the mistakes that like I made my bed, now I gotta lay in it. But like,
damn.
That's, you just change. Like, you know, it's just change. Like, just change.
But bro, it's not I mean, I feel like once you have responsibilities and once you get older, it's not as easy to do that.
For sure.
That's like when you're young, you have to.
For sure.
That's like when you're young, try everything. I saw something like that too, where if you just try everything, we are risk free right now because we like really don't have anyone, like no one has to count on us.
Yeah.
For us to do anything.
Facts.
So we can try all these different things and go to grad school.
Yeah.
And do I don't know. How do you feel about school though? This online school.
Okay, so can we talk about our year? Like, let's summarize our year in a whole. So like we said, we mentioned before, we're student athletes. So although we're talking about like all this academic stuff, there's an athletic portion that's just as intense, just as demanding, like
stressful. It adds stress on top of that.
So coming into school at the beginning of the year, like we found out that obviously COVID-19 was still like a huge detriment to like, you know, society. So we weren't able to play and we weren't able to, I guess, just do our normal routine like usual. Yeah. So going in, a lot of stuff changed. I think for me, initially I got COVID-19 the first.
I haven't gotten it.
I got COVID. But I
got a shot though. Have you got your shot?
No, I'm not. That's for another day.
Alright,
That's for another day. But going in, like I was in quarantine.
Bro, the shot is good.
Going in.
I don't know why y'all are scared to take the shot. It is fine.
Going in, I was in quarantine, y'all, and so the first week of class, like first 2 weeks, not to mention we weren't having it in person, so I missed out on like. I just think I missed out on like understanding the class. Like I was in quarantine, I was kind of sick, and I still had to like, while being sick, figure out like the course. You know what I mean? The first 2 weeks, and I feel like the first 2 weeks is the hardest to figuring out like a teacher and stuff.
I just feel now this semester I only have one in-person class. So all these online classes, and like let's be real, although there's more chances for us to cheat and for us to be successful, this is a college course, and I feel like we find ourselves teaching ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
The whole time.
For sure.
And I'm just like, man, I'm paying all this money for me to teach myself online.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So do you hear some people that be like, you have to be motivated by yourself? What do you think about that? Because I'm not gonna lie, I think that because you're going to college, like no one should have to motivate you.
That's true.
But I do understand that like that's not realistic. Yeah. Like nobody's gonna be motivated.
I just feel like in a social media age with all these distractions.
Yeah.
Like when I'm at home, like I get a notification, I look at my phone. It just distracts me.
Yeah.
It's so hard to sit down for an hour and do my work a lot.
Bro.
But that's our fault too.
Yeah, that is.
But
well, like you said, but it's this day and age, bro. I saw something my freshman year. I was in a class and it said like our brain releases something. It's programmed to release like some type of chemical that like excites us when we hear a notification on our phone. So like it's programmed. Like if you hear a notification on your phone, no matter how bad you don't want to look at it, bro, it's gonna tempt you. Like every time you hear it, you're gonna be like,
bro, that's true.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
But
so imagine that going off all day in no classes.
And we're just here. We're just
Yeah.
here on our desk, and you're like, oh man, here's another notification. I mean, I guess you can put it on silent, but like you said,
It's not realistic.
with me, I guess I've learned. I mean, I try to read. I try to do work for like, honestly, bro, 15 minutes. It's 20 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
And then I can.
That's a good.
Yeah, but
That's good.
I don't know. I just feel like, and especially now with COVID, although society's becoming back to normal, online classes are going to be like really prevalent.
I think so too.
Like huge.
I think so too.
I think it's going to be everywhere. I don't know about next semester if we're going to have in-person classes. Sure, we'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy that you say that though, because I feel like our brains do think that. Like when we get a notification, we're like, man.
You have to check it.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy. But think about it. Like, we literally grew up in social media. Like, nobody else can say that. And this is for another day, but we need to go, like, I don't know. The demand of social media is insane, bro.
And I'll be the first one to admit, like, as soon as I wake up, we check our phones.
Yeah.
Bro. And it's crazy. And it's getting worse. It's getting worse. The kids growing up now.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, they're on their phone just like.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
I can't, but think about, like, being introduced into a.
Like an age.
Yeah,
technology.
like, yeah. Like, they're literally in it.
In it.
Like, we were.
Like, they're born into it.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy to think about.
And I just think a lot of things are going to be different.
Because I feel like it didn't. I mean, we're both 20. I feel like technology really started to gain momentum. Like what? 8th grade? 7th grade?
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have an iPhone.
But now, like,
9th grade.
they're like.
They're getting
6,
in 5th grade.
5. I feel like 6, like 6-year-olds.
They're on
like,
the iPad.
Yeah.
Like, shit, we just had Easter, and I just see little kids on their iPad the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, those are their new toys.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a good and bad thing, but, like, it's kind of scary. Like, when you see, like, movies where robots taking over and shit, bro.
Here you go.
And that's next.
Here you go.
That's next.
And I don't know about all that, but all right, bro. To end this segment, first episode.
And also, we're gonna have a lot of different. We're gonna try to make a lot of. No, I mean that too.
Yeah, yes.
But we're gonna try to make a lot of games within our podcast. But this is just one thing to end the show. What are you gonna ask me? What are you gonna ask me, bro?
All right. So to end it on a lighter note, what are 3 albums that you're anticipating? Your top 3 that you're anticipating for the year, and why? I need reasons why.
Obviously, Drake, Certified Lover Boy.
Okay.
Number 1 for obvious reasons. I shouldn't have to explain.
I want to hear this explanation.
I mean, well, first of all, if he keeps coming with the stuff he's coming, like Scary Hours 2.
How'd you feel about it?
I liked it. I liked it. It was good. Lemon Pepper Freestyle was pretty good.
What's your favorite one?
I don't know. It's tough. I like the one with Little Baby, Once in Needs. Probably.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite. But Certified Lover Boy. I'm a Kanye stan.
Enthusiast.
Love Kanye. I don't got him up here, but
for good reason.
I love Kanye. So Donda, 2021.
And why? Like,
I just feel like.
What do you think is the next chapter for him?
Like, I don't know. Every Kanye album is different, bro.
Yeah.
That's one thing you can say. I'm not saying every album of Drake is the same, but it's similar.
I wouldn't say similar.
I would.
Bro,
it's similar.
He's the most versatile rapper ever. Drake's the most versatile rapper ever, no debate.
Every Kanye project has a different sound.
It does, but why
every time you look at it.
Okay. Continue.
So I mean, I hope he can give us gospel stuff, but I don't know. And then third, what other albums have confirmed? I don't really know a third one.
Really?
Yeah. But those are my 2.
Okay.
Yeah, what about you?
So, obviously, Certified Lover Boy also. I think that this album should solidify Drake as, like, being... Not that he needs any more solidification, but this is going to make... Like, after this album, I don't need any more.
Ever?
No, I mean, if he wants to drop, but, like, this is... Bro, he's done enough. enough, like more than enough.
How old is Drake?
I think like 34 or 35.
That's young, bro.
But he doesn't need to.
That's true.
Like, you know what I mean? I mean, don't quote me on that. I don't know if he's exactly 34, but he's around that age. But I just think that this album, I'm hoping for like a lot of lover boy songs, you know, like in your field songs, but also like rap bar Drake. Like, I don't need commercial Drake anymore. He's made enough commercial music. Like, I want to see him in his Duffy. Like, I need a Nothing Was the Same, Take Care mixed. Like, rapping on Nothing Was the Same and then like Take Care feels, you know? And then
I feel like it's gonna be a lot of feels music.
I hope so, but I don't need it to be all feels because I need bar Drake. Like, I need bar Drake. I hope it's not really like subliminals with Kanye anymore because I feel like that's old. Yeah. I didn't say he's always doing it, but it's old. Like, you already punked him enough, you know?
Okay. Anyways, other two.
Okay, so the other two, I'm really excited for Brent. I think Gravity was like one of the best songs that's been released in 2021, and I just think Brent's like growth, artist development has been like crazy. Like, he's just getting better, bro. Honestly, like he's his own. It's weird. He's R&B, but he's like a pop star. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he has his own sound. He has his own like, what's the word? Like, I don't know how to like
persona.
Yeah, like he just, you know, like you think of something when you think of Brent. It's not like he's an artist.
I'll give it. He has his unique sound.
Yeah,
for sure.
Facts. And then third, you know, I gotta put SZA in it. You know, she gonna drop. She gonna drop some knowledge. She gonna drop some great songs. I like her outlook on a lot of things, and I think she says things that like a lot of people think, but she puts it into music. So
that's true.
Yeah. So
that's the first one.
That's the first one. We're done. Yeah. Appreciate y'all for checking in. Like, subscribe.
We'll see y'all next time.
Comment.
Later.
All right.